Hello students, good morning everyone. Today we will discuss chapter number 3 control unit of that CPU. Okay, so that is the central processing unit. So we are going to start this one. So in the last class we have seen or we have completed instruction and instruction sequencing. So what is the instruction? What are the instruction sequencing in computer architecture? Okay, so today's class we will move on to the control unit block diagram. Okay, so let us start with outlines, contents. First one is the control unit, so in that control signals and control word. After that control registers, then we will discuss the control cycles. So first we will move on to the control unit. So what is the control unit? So first of all, this control unit is a component of computer central processing unit. It is the component of computer central processing unit that performs two tasks. So if you want to operate this control unit, it is having got two tasks. First one, it causes the processor to step through a series of micro operation in the proper sequence based on the program being executed. So the first of all series of a micro operation in the it should have some proper sequence and then based on program being executed. So you have to execute that program. Second one, it generates the control signals so that cause each micro operation to be executed. It generates some signals, so that signal name is called as what? Control signals. So let us discuss that one in the next slide, that is the control signals. So that cause each micro operation to be executed. So what is that control unit again? So during the execution of the program, the control unit fetches one instruction at a time from the main memory and then executes. In this execution process, it takes help of ALU, that is the arithmetic logic unit. If the instruction execution involves arithmetic or logical operations like AND or XOR, these are called as logical operations. After the execution of the current instruction, the CPU fetches the next instruction for execution. This process continues until the program is completed and the result is output using output device. In many computers, the control unit and the ALU are integrated into a single block known as a central processing unit. So what is that central processing unit? Some features are there. So first one, CPU is considered as a brain of the computer. It should have brain of the computer. CPU performs all the types of data processing operations. It stores data, intermediates, results and instructions. So that is the program. It controls the operation of all the parts of the computer. So what are the four features here? First one, the features. CPU is considered as a brain of the computer. It should have brain. CPU performs all the type of data processing operation. Okay, so data may be what? Arithmetic, logical unit. It stores the data. You can store this one data. Intermediate the results and instruction, that is the program. It controls the operation of all the parts of the computer. It works like what? One chip. So that is the, for example, you can take Intel processor. Okay, so next, CPU itself has three components. So that is the memory or storage unit. Second one, the control unit, and third one is the arithmetic logic unit. Okay, so what is that control unit? So this is the diagram, comes under what? The block diagram of control unit. So it consists of what? Flags, clock, instruction registers, control signals within the CPU, control signals from control bus, control signals to control bus, that is the control bus. Okay, so this is the one of the figure shows that the block diagram of control unit. So what is that control unit exactly? This unit controls the operation of all the parts of the computer. Okay, so all the parts, whatever you are going to do, input, output and the memory. Okay, input, output, memory and all the operation of what? Arithmetic and logical unit. Okay, so that is the CPU. So what exactly the control unit? What are the functions of these units? First function is what? It is responsible for controlling the transfer of data and instruction among other units of computer. It is responsible for what? Controlling the transfer of data. You have to transfer the data and instruction among other units of the computer. So you have to give some instruction to the what? Other units of that computer. So it also manages and coordinates all the units of the computer. You can manage and you can coordinate. So this is also one of the second function for what? Control unit. Third one, it obtains the instruction from the memory and interprets them and directs the operation of the computer. So instruction from the memory, it interprets and directs. It communicates with input output device for transfer of data or results from the storage. Okay, so if you want to communicate, you need what? Input and output, and you have to transfer the data and results you have to store. It does not process or store data. It does not process or store data. So that is the functions of what unit. So what is that ALU? This unit consists of two subsections, namely arithmetic section and logic section. So in arithmetic section, you can perform the functions of arithmetic sections is what? Arithmetics like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. And in logic sections, you have to perform AND, OR, NOT, NAND, XOR and XNOR. Okay, so this is comes under what? The control unit. So next we will discuss one by one. First one is the control unit. In that, control signals is a group of bits used to opening and closing of logic gates. So you need one bit, so that bit should be what? Opening and closing. What is that? You can take AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate. Okay, so XOR, XNOR. And from register, so that is the memory and input output models and the operation of the ALU. That is the control unit for what? Used for what? Opening and closing. For example, you can take the railway gate. You need what? Opening and closing gate. So that purpose you have to use what? AND gate. So that is one of the control signals you can use it. Okay. So next, control word. This is the combination of the bits which each bit represent the one control line. So whatever you are going to take in that bit, so you have to each bit it will represent what? One control line. Each micro operation represented by different patterns. So that may be ones and zeros in the control load. So means what? In control load you are having one in sequence 1 0 1 0 1 0. So each bit represent it may be 1 or 0 for what? Control line. So that is the control word. So next we will move on to the control signal. What is that control signal? First of all, it is the in that control signal is what? Used for what? Inputs. So that is the clock, instruction register and flags. So what is that clock? So it is an electronic device in computer that issue a steady high frequency signal that synchronizes all the internal components. So it will synchronize all the internal components. It is an electronic device in a computer that issue a steady high frequency. So you have to generate some frequency. It may be kilohertz, megahertz or gigahertz. Okay, so that should be what? Synchronize all the internal components. So that purpose you have to use for what? Clock. Next one is the instruction register. Here in instruction register, it is divided into what? Two parts. One is the opcode and addressing mode. So the opcode and addressing mode of the current instructions are used to determine which micro operation to perform during the execution cycle. Which micro operation performed during the execution cycle. Next, flags. It should have state of the processor and outcome of previous ALU operations. So that is the flags. And next one is the from control bus, portion of the system bus. Next one is the control signal. So that is the output. Okay, so you are taken the input and output. So inputs are what? You are taken consider here in output within the CPU. What is that within the CPU? Causes data movement between registers, activate specific ALU functions. ALU function is what? Already we have seen. So that is the arithmetic and logical unit. So that is the AND or NOT logical operation. Addition, subtraction and multiplication and divisions are what? Arithmetic operations. VIVA control bus to memory and to input output models. So this is the block diagram comes. Next we will discuss the control registered utilized control cycles. So how you are going to use the control cycles? So first one, program counter. Every time you are going to use for what? Program counter while writing that execution of that program. So holds address of next instruction to be patched. It holds the address of next instruction to be fetched. Memory address register. Connected to the address bus, you can connect to the address bus directly. Specifies address for read or write from or to memory. You can read or write from or to memory. So that's why you can called as a memory address register. You can read or write from the memory. Memory buffer register. What is that? Connected to the data bus. So whatever that MAR is there connected to the address bus, MBR is there connected to the data bus, holds data to write or last data read. You can write or last the data read. Instruction register holds last instruction fetched. So whatever fetch data is there, it will holds. So holds the last instruction fetched. Next, in the next video or in the next class, we will discuss the detailed information about control unit operation. It is divided into what? Two parts. First one is the hardwired control. Second one is the microprogram control. So you have to design by using hardwired control, and second one is the microprogrammed control. So thank you very much for attending this session. So it is a very small topic. So that is the block diagram of control unit. So in that you are going to discussion about what? Control bus or control signals. Okay, so how you are going to use it as a control signals for what? Input and outputs. And also you have seen how you are going to use for what? Your control signals for what? Opening and closing, and control word, and also what? Control cycles, and also you have seen the block diagram of control unit. Okay, so this is the actually block diagram of what? Control unit. You can use the flags, clock, instruction, registers, and also you have seen the detailed information about what is the function of control unit. Okay, and also we will discuss one more, that is the memory storage unit. Okay, so how you are going to store that memory? The unit can store instructions, data, and intermediate results. The unit supplies information to the other units of the computer when needed. It is also known as a internal storage unit, or the main memory, or primary storage, or random access memory. So this also comes under what? Memory storage unit. So what is that storage units? It stores all the data and instructions required for processing. It stores intermediate results for processing. It stores the final results of processing before these results are released to an output device. So all the inputs and the outputs are transmitted through the main memory. Its size effects, that may be speed, power, and capability. And the primary memory and the secondary memory are two types of the memory in the computer. Okay, so this is the total information comes under memory and storage unit, and also what? Your control unit. So this is the detailed information for what? Control units and CPU. So thank you very much attending for these sessions. I hope you people are understanding. So in the next video or in the next class, we will discuss the controlled unit implementation. So that is the hardwire and microprogrammed control. Thank you.